Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Mikey here, and today we are doing another reaction video to another Shark Tank pitch. This time we are doing Burlap and Barrel. Just from the title alone, we're looking at a spicy deal, so I'm assuming this has something to do with food is what I'm thinking, maybe some kind of sauce or something in that realm. But without further ado, let's dive right in and get into it. Oldest trades in the world, and we see a chef hat, so obviously it's food related. Not sure what the oldest trades in the world. I can't tell quite what it is.
Hey Sharks, does this
looks like cinnamon?
Have you noticed that when you buy spices at the supermarket, they don't have
spices?
Flavor?
Okay.
Gross. I'm Ethan, chef turned aid worker from New York.
So we got
City.
a chef.
And I'm Worry, a marketing executive turned
and a marketing exec. Okay. That can be good for the business.
And we're the co-founders of
nice little quick change.
Burlap Barrel is a single origin spice company and
okay.
social enterprise.
Spice company, that makes sense.
Spice farmers around
Spicy
the world
deal.
To get you spices that are way better than anything you've ever tasted. We're talking heirloom royal cinnamon from the mountains of Vietnam.
That sounds good.
And spicy, lemony Zanzibar black peppercorns that grow wild on remote islands off the east coast of Africa. We're taking on centuries-old systems that disconnect spice farmers from home cooks. And by bypassing layers of middlemen, our partner farmers make more money, and you get spices that are fresher, higher quality, and traceable back to origin. By sourcing directly.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause right here really quickly. I always love when we see businesses like this that they go straight to the source. I think it's really cool to see this on Shark Tank because I don't really know a whole lot about this. I mean, I'm not in the food space at all, and so I wouldn't know this. But watching this episode now, I'm learning a little bit about this, even if it's just a little nugget of information. I love watching stuff like this because of it. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I live in America. I have not, besides going to Istanbul on a vacation one time, I really don't have a whole lot of experience outside of the country. And so I like watching stuff because of this specifically. So this is pretty awesome to see. And I like that they're doing this, and the fact that they're going straight from the farmers to basically shipping to their customers. I think that's really cool. And like they said, they cut out the middleman, which obviously probably allows them to pay these farmers more, which is really great. But yeah, anyway, let's get back into it. I'm really interested to hear about their valuation, what they're asking for. I'm really interested to hear what their sales are. Personally, I'm not a chef by any means. I don't really like to cook. I like to bake, but that's about it. And so I'm not really their target audience. I'm somebody who can easily just go, I don't care what kind of spices I use. I'm not a very picky eater. So I would imagine that their target audience is really going to be more so home chefs, like they said home cooks, but people who really like to cook, and probably like restaurant owners and things of that nature. But let's get back into it to find out.
Farmers a price that helps support their livelihood, and we're able to get spices that have never ever been available before in the U.S. Our spices are guaranteed to be.
I'm wondering what those are.
We're looking for $500,000.
$500,000
for 5%.
Oh my God!
So Sharks, are you ready to spice
Did you see
things
Gwen's
up
face
in the
there?
kitchen with Burlap and Barrel?
Now, Sharks, in front of you,
They better have a lot of sales.
Our best-selling spices. So please pick up the jars, pick up the bowls, give everything a good sniff. Take a little pinch in your fingers or use the spoon to actually taste the spices themselves. Royal cinnamon, a very rare heirloom species of cinnamon from Vietnam, super sweet and spicy.
I've never heard that there were a bunch of different kinds.
I mean, it's like incomparable.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Next is our black lime. These are sun-dried limes from Guatemala that turn black as they dry, and then they're ground into a powder.
Super great in a marinade.
Yeah, great in a marinade. Really distinctive flavor.
I actually like this. It's very unusual.
And then next is our wild cumin, hand-picked, foraged in the mountains of northeastern Afghanistan.
Oh, wow.
That's strong.
I lived there for a couple of years, and this was really the spice that started the company. And
Not
then,
eating the peppercorn.
go for it. It's very hot.
I don't know.
I ate one.
You did?
It's excellent.
How many
Oh wow,
spices in your
I
portfolio?
love
We
pepper.
have about 75 individual spices.
Are you
75.
online
Wow.
Only?
We're 85% direct to consumer, and the other
85%,
15%
okay.
is split as a wholesale between bulk restaurant and grocery.
Tell us
Restaurants,
about you. I mean,
okay.
what got you to be the Spice Men?
We've been friends for over 15 years. With Ethan's
Okay.
culinary background, I was the eating side of the relationship. Whenever he was cooking,
That would be
I was
me.
hanging
I
out
love
there
to
and
eat.
eating, and we really built a strong friendship over that.
I left kitchens to go to graduate school. I got a master's degree in international development, moved to Afghanistan where I worked for one of the biggest nonprofits in the world.
Oh, wow.
Doing
Doing what? What were you doing?
I was building over 200 schools in very remote
Oh,
rural
wow.
areas. I did
That's
logistics
awesome.
for Doctors Without Borders, but I tasted that cumin that you have on the table in front of you.
And Ethan's being modest. You're talking to one of the foremost experts in spices in the world. Very few people have been to even a fraction of the number of spice farms that he's been to.
So Ethan,
That's cool.
you were in Afghanistan.
So he is an
Take me through what
expert in
happened
this.
next. You went back to New York with some
I put it in a
cumin?
duffel bag, yeah.
Really?
I started carrying it home, truly. I was just sharing it with
Wow.
friends in the restaurant industry, and the
That's how a
response
lot
was
of these start.
overwhelming. And so I just
They
started
start
trying
with
to put the pieces
friends and
together.
that,
Out of your
and
apartment,
it
yeah.
grows.
Yeah, exactly. We ran the business out of my living room. We've been in business 6 years, so we've
6
evolved quite a
years.
bit
Okay,
since then.
so
Now it's time to tell us
let's talk
the
about
business
sales.
Yes.
and the numbers. Give us a range of costs and what your margins are and your total sales, etc.
So our spices, typically they retail for $9.99. Our landed cost is
Not bad for something that's gonna be
so we have
this
on average a
kinda
75% margin on it. And lifetime we've done
product.
$12 million worth of revenue.
12 million, but in
6 years so we can see
6
the
years,
sales
12 million in
So our
6
first
years.
year we did $100,000 in
What
revenue.
year was that? 2017.
That was 2017.
2017 they started,
2018,
okay.
We did $250,000 in sales. 2019, we did $600,000 in
Oh
sales.
wow.
And
Nice jump
2020,
there.
In the pandemic, we ended up closing the year at $3 million worth of
Oh
sales.
A lot
wow.
of people cooked, didn't they?
That's a good
2021,
year.
we
Yeah,
closed
the
year at
pandemic, obviously, that
$5.1
makes a lot of
million in
sense.
sales.
Wow.
Wow.
this year, what are you on
This year, we're on track to do between $6 and $7 million worth of revenue.
Good for you.
How much are you going to make?
That's awesome. I wonder
Our
how
line is around 10% is our net margin.
$690,000.
I wonder how many like
Yeah.
what their
You guys,
overhead
what
is
you
in terms of how
accomplish
many
is
people they
amazing.
have to
Unfortunately,
pay,
this is
what their
just not a
staff
business
looks like.
I know even a tiny bit about. to me, ketchup is the ultimate spice. You know, I just don't know. So for those reasons, I'm out.
I was gonna say Mark.
thank you so
Mark
much.
probably
Listen, guys, it
not
tastes
very picky.
great.
Seems like not
I
very
think it does
picky.
taste
Like a not very
strong.
picky person.
I also think it's a really crowded space. There are so many spices out there. I like. So
When I
much
see spices, I
getting
think of
things a little
McCormick.
bit more
That's what I
unique.
think about.
So while I'll be a customer, I'm not going to be an investor. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so Mark and Lori are gone.
250,000. And we could have negotiated you up a little bit, but the valuation is crazy. I'm out.
It's a big valuation. I think
for
that's
somebody
10
who-
million is what they're equating to, which lifetime that's obviously okay, but these sharks, like always, they want to get their money back. There was just an ad there.
Loves to cook. Just the difference in the spices, it's like a cacophony, like fireworks in your mouth. And when you're using beautiful ingredients like this, it's so easy to make food that's much, much healthier because
So
the
Gwen seems like
quality is
somebody
so
who would be their target
fantastic.
audience.
I'm a little surprised that I've never heard of the brand before, which gives me a bit of pause because I'm very
I've never heard of
active
them
in
either,
the
but
space, which makes me wonder
I'm not
if
active in
you're
the
really
space
gonna
like
be
she
able to
is.
proliferate the market. So I don't know if it can.
I'm wondering if they
grow
even
at the
came in
speed
for
that
a
I would
deal.
like it to. I think for those reasons, I'm out. But
Okay, one more
I do
going.
really love what you're doing.
You're
I
breaking our
admire.
heart.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. What are you thinking, Mr. Wonderful?
Well, I'm
Hey, this
struggling
is
with it
Chef
because
Wonderful at the end of the
500K
day.
is huge, and I don't see the path
a lot.
to getting it back. Plus, I don't send 500,000 out just to get it back.
I feel like he might ask for a royalty. I
here
think
with
he
an
might
idea for you.
make a deal.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Royalty's coming out.
We do royalty deals on a regular basis.
Here we
When
go.
We do a collaboration blend with a chef or an artist or an influencer. We found that to be a very effective customer acquisition strategy. We give a standard 20% on an $11.99 retail product. So that's $2.39.
$11.99 seems like not too bad.
I'll make you an offer, okay? While we're talking.
Oh, here we go. We got an
I'll give
offer.
you $500,000 for a $2.30 royalty on an order. What we'd really like to do is a Mr. Wonderful set of spices.
That's a different deal.
Oh,
Let
so
me
then
re-
you'd
let-
only get it on that?
We'd get the royalty on that jar, but you'll still get
Oh,
it back.
not
either
all
way.
the jars, just on your new specialty
Oh, no,
jar.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
I'll never
why would he
get
do
my money.
that?
You'll get it back. No.
Let's pause it really quick. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you're coming to the tank, and although that's a great idea, and I think that if they were to partner with Mr. Wonderful, I think that they would obviously benefit from giving him a specific, very specific set of spices that are tailored to him or around him, the Chef Wonderful set, like they said. But to tell him that he's only going to get his royalty on those, that doesn't make a lot of sense. That's right there where they kind of went wrong. They should have done that set with Chef Wonderful, but on top of that, the royalty should be for every single product they sell. I mean, they're trying to get, again, a shark on board. What they have to say, their opinions and their expertise, it just in general is so invaluable. Like they really should have done that. They should have not said what they just said, because that's going to make him not want to make a deal, because he's going to want it on the entire product line. But let's see where this goes.
They're not banking on you.
That makes no sense.
I agree.
So Kevin, what are you offering?
I'll offer you $500,000 for 10% equity, and I want a 20% royalty on everything.
Yeah.
Until I get back $1 million.
On everything.
Then it goes away.
Hello.
Listen, it's an offer, Mark.
There's your offer, guys. What do you want to do?
He wants to make double his money.
We would do 20% royalty on Mr. Wonderful branded line of spices, and
Again,
help
mistake.
promote them. We would do a 10% affiliate cut on everything.
Okay, well, at least they're adding that, but
5% equity for $500,000.
but that you drive to us, that's a little
There's no
sketchy.
way
I don't
to
get that.
deal. I'm out.
He's out. He's gone. They lost it.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
It almost makes you wonder if they even came in for a deal. I mean, did they come in for a deal, or did they come in for the publicity? I'm not 100% sure here with this one. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that they came in just for the free publicity, or do you think that they came in really looking to make a deal? The evaluation, I don't think was necessarily crazy, but to Barbara's point, they probably, if they would have asked for less, they probably would have had a better chance of getting somebody else to come in, maybe even Gwen, especially, I didn't know she was a cook and in that space, but she said she is, and so that probably would have been a good partner for them. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, we're going to pause really quick while I do some quick research to see where this company is now, and I will be back to give you some updates. All right, hello everybody. I am back, and after doing a little bit of research, it looks like this company is still in business. On this article that I'm reading, it does say that they are doing well. It doesn't have financial figures to give me besides what was said on the show, but it does say that they did launch an all-new Shark Tank collection of spices. I'm assuming that probably has some of the spices that they talked about specifically in the episode, because that would be top of mind to people who have just watched it and then go to their website to try them. So that makes a whole lot of sense. That's a really good marketing move on their end. And I wonder, I'm really interested or intrigued to know more about what their financials are for this year, to see where they ended up. But so that's what this article says. Let's also go to their website. Website looks great. The first thing that I'm seeing on their website is a spiced sprinkle set. It says sprinkles infused with our single origin spices, made in collaboration with a chef, chef author Molly Ye. That sounds interesting. It has 1 5-star review, and you can get those for $11.99 if you're interested. But anyway, yeah, they have a lot of different spices on here. I can scroll and there's a lot of different sets, which is nice. They have gift cards you can buy. It looks like corporate gifting. It seems like they're doing well. The website looks nice, so you can tell they paid good money for it. It looks good. I mean, check it out if you're interested in this business. But yeah, they're still in business. Let's go ahead and take a look at their Instagram. On Instagram, they have 60.9 thousand followers. That's good. Their last post was 4 days ago. So they are still active on Instagram, which, a lot of times we see these companies that they don't post very often, which is kind of a hit or miss, because when their episode launches or even relaunches, like some of these are obviously not new, but then they get re-pushed out to the Shark Tank audience. They really need to capitalize on that and just be have a consistent cadence of posts going out so that when people do, like me, watch this episode and they go check this company out, they have some consistent posting so that people know that they are still in business, they're still actively selling their product, and it just looks good overall. But anyway, that is the end of this one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this something that you would try? Have you tried it? How do you think their pitch went? Do you think that they came for a deal, or do you think that they really came for just the free publicity? Let me know. I'm still kind of stuck on the they basically offered Mr. Wonderful a affiliate link. Like, that's really what they did with that. I think it was 10% or whatever on all others. Like, that really just that was funny. And at that point, you could tell that it shifted from him. He's like, I'm out. That's it. Very interesting. But anyway, again, let me know your feedback in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I post videos like this in the future. But until the next one, we will see you later.